Welcome back everyone to my storage unit. We are here once again. So I started my Shop My Stash series in January, but last month I shared with you that I had recently moved all of my belongings, including my makeup collection and my vanity right here, into a storage unit. So I still did my Shop My Stash last month for September, where I went through my makeup collection, showed you a few new things that I gotten, went through my bag for the month prior, gave my reviews, and I asked if you wanted to continue to see these from my storage unit, and you said yes. So that is what we are doing today. We're back in the storage unit. The first part of this video, I will be going through my September bag, giving you my reviews, what I've panned, what I've used up, what I still want to keep working on, and then I'm going to move you over into my space and we're going to go through some of the new products that I have, some of the old products that I'm going to keep trying, and through what I already have in my makeup collection, Shop My Stash for the month of October. So I hope you are enjoying this series, and let's get shopping. Alrighty, so first up we're going to go through the makeup bag that I chose out for the month of September. I kind of give you some of my reviews on them, what I'm almost finishing up, if I've panned anything, what I didn't use, all that kind of progress. So, I mean, I showed you my Kulif Concealer. This bad boy is almost empty. Every time I pull it out, I feel like there's less and less and less on the doe foot, and I'm like, oh man. So I have the shade Cocoa Crush, and I think that this is a fabulous concealer. I've been using it for so long. I've been a fan of it since the moment I started trying it. I will say I'm starting to run low on both of my concealers because I have another one in here from Tower 28. I grabbed this out last time. This one is in the shade IE, and I have already used up another one of these from Tower 28. I had a second shade because I got it in PR. This one, IE, I feel like it's a little bit more yellow on me. I think the other one I had was K-Town, and that one is a better shade match for me personally, but this is also a great concealer. They're both more full coverage while still being lightweight. Honestly, I find them to be kind of similar to one another as well. But these are both great, but I'm definitely, when I go over to my storage unit, I'm really gonna have to look and see what I have for concealers because we're running a little low on those. I think I can still take them into next month and try to use them off. It might be able to happen, but especially because I'm getting ready to go on, like I'm gonna be gone for like 6 weeks. I don't know if I wanna run out of my like tried and true concealer there. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do a packing my makeup bag for, I'm going to Japan, South Korea, and probably 2 if not 3 other countries. Confirmed so far is Japan and South Korea. So I'm going to be gone for a while, and I am not going to take this size of a makeup bag. I spoke in my mindset video about how I'm actually challenging myself to go on the first leg of it to Japan with just a backpack. And then, you know, probably buying a suitcase over there and filling it, but at least leaving, taking just a backpack. And so I said I'm not going to be bringing my full-size makeup bag with me. So some of you might think that's wild because I kind of do too, but that's going to be my goal. So if you want to see that video and what I pack in a smaller bag, definitely let me know because I could do that. Okay, next up, I mean, this is hanging on for dear life. This is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue All Over Luminizer. This feels like nothing. Like it just feels like nothing's in here. This is the shade Copper Rose. I'm very sad about this one because it was limited edition, so I've been having a hard time finding it, but one of my friends said they have an extra one and they were willing to give it to me, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I think I'm seeing her like in the middle of October, and she's gonna give it to me then. So I am like trying not to, like, it's one of those things where I'm only using it when I feel like I really have to. Like, are there days, if there's days where I'm like, oh, I can get away with like some concealer and powder, that's what I'm doing. If I'm maybe doing like a bunch of filming in one day, or I have a bunch of events or something like that are gonna be photographed, I'm like, okay, now I'll do the Bare Minerals. But before, where this is just what I would do every single day, this is like the only complexion product that I would wear, I'm now like, okay, just let me wait till I get my new one. I'm like scratching myself over here. I'm like, wait till I get my new one. But I have loved this product. I did say that I wondered if in the colder months I would switch over to a foundation. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I did put in here from Makeup by Mario. This is the new, like newer foundation. Shade is 8, and the Surreal Skin Natural Finish Foundation. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't use it once. Yeah, like I think I swatched the shades because I got a couple of shades in PR. I did not use it once. I'm just not really wearing foundations. Like when I go into my storage unit, I might look for maybe like a skin tint, maybe something like the ColourPop or the Milani again. I was really loving those before I switched just to the Bare Minerals during the warmer months. But I just don't even like the feel of foundation anymore. So I don't know. But one thing that I do want to try more of is also from Bare Minerals, and this is their original pressed powder foundation. I have the shade Light Beige 09. I only used this a couple of times because I was still using the Bare Minerals so much. As I started to get low on it, what I would start to do is my concealer all over and then the foundation, because this is, as a pressed powder, it has more coverage than like a loose powder would. So I appreciated that, but I don't think I used it well, like enough times to be able to really say like, oh, this is really great, or oh, I didn't love it. And I do really enjoy their Bare Pro powder. So I really want to give this a try and see what I think. And that might be a good option in lieu of a foundation or something a little bit heavier on my skin. It could be a good option to stick with my concealer and powder duo that I do sometimes. So probably put that into next month's bag. Okay, a couple here from Urban Decay. Another one, I'm not a big setting spray girl. I didn't use this one a ton. This is the All Nighter Glow Makeup Setting Spray. It's nice. I don't really feel like a setting spray is super necessary all the time. I skip it most days and my makeup looks just fine. Sometimes, again, if I'm gonna be getting ready super early in the morning and gonna be out all hours of the night, I did use a setting spray when I went on my trip to like Hawaii, for example. It was very humid. Often I was getting ready early in the morning, leaving the hotel, not coming back till night. But just kind of being around here, you know, in September, I went to the Catskills in upstate New York with creators and friends, and then did a few like smaller trips around Las Vegas area, but I just didn't really feel like a setting spray was necessary for me, so didn't really get a lot of use out of that one, but the few times I did, like, it was fine. I don't really rave about setting sprays unless I really, really enjoy them. Like the One Size setting spray I think is fabulous, so if you're looking for a good one. And then we also have the Urban Decay Shade Palette. Okay. Okay, so when I got this, I got it right before I filmed last month's Shop My Stash, and I opened it, like took it out of the box and everything on camera for the first time, and I instantly was like, what is this? It feels so light. It feels not great quality. There's no mirror, there's no brush. I want to say this was still like $56 is the price tag, and like the Naked palettes, which are heavy, good, like just better quality, a mirror, a brush, they're like 58 or something like that. Like the price difference was so close, and I was just a little surprised. I even filmed a short form video and I was like, I'm not trying to sound shady, but this actually just genuinely surprised me for Urban Decay to come out with this. Now the shades inside, you know, I love me a good neutral basic, you know, some say boring look, like I think that's great. But this to me was just like not it. And then I also like, I posted that video on TikTok as well, and you can see on TikTok who like favorites your videos, which means if you favorite a video, it basically means that you're saving the video, and you can save them to like different collections. Like I have food up there, and like fitness, and like travel, and like just a different way to organize them. And I saw Urban Decay added that video to their favorites, and I was like, okay. Why did you? Okay, great. I was like, Urban Decay, like if you want help designing a neutral basic palette, I got you. I feel like I'm your girl for this one. But I'll let you know if they're people, call my people. But this one, I'm not gonna lie to you, the only shades that I used were like these like matte browns in here, and I used them as a lower lash line. I'm really doing such simple eye looks. I'm either doing, like I have the Kokie duos in here. I'm either doing like the cream with the like glitter topper, or I'm just doing eyeliner, just doing my winged liner on top. But I do typically always do a lower lash line, so like this came in handy for that. I definitely thought I'd be using the shimmers out of here more, but this is just not really a palette that like speaks to me on several levels. So I think especially thinking about my Japan bag, which is going to be separate. Like my October bag is going to be separate from my Japan bag because I am going to be in Vegas for like 2.5 weeks before I leave. And so I'll have like my regular makeup bag as usual, and then we'll change it out for something smaller come Japan. But like I'm definitely not going to take that to Japan. There's just no way. But I have been really loving, these are what I'm wearing the most of, these Kokie Cosmetics eyeshadow duos. I believe you can get these on Amazon. They're like $10. Of course, I always link everything in my description box, but this is Beloved and Steal the Show. Is that right? Yeah, Beloved, Steal the Show. And you have cream, like I said, the topper. This is how I apply it. I don't even use a brush on my fingers. I use this little sponge guy in here. It's so beautiful. It's so simple. It's so easy to do. I have a more bronzy shade, a more gold shade, depending on what I want. Those are fabulous. I can see myself keeping those in there too. And then like I said, otherwise I just do eyeliner. So black eyeliner is very important for me to have. I love doing just a black wing, just a little wing, mascara. I think it's such a quick and easy eye look. I really love it for the shape of my eyes, and it's just fast and simple. You don't need a lot of products, and you don't need to take up a lot of space in your bag. So I've been using the Kosas, which I really love, and the Kulfi, which I also love. I think both of these are great options. They're very creamy, they're very long wearing, they don't transfer. These are both great for me. I just kind of go back and forth. I think right now I'm using the Kosas more because it's a little bit newer, but I think those are both fabulous. And then also speaking of Kosas, I have the, I can never read this, the Soul Gazer. I don't know what I think this thing says from time to time. But the Kosas mascara I also think is very nice. You have a little bit of a thicker wand. It lengthens the lashes. It makes them more voluminous. It doesn't transfer. It's very pretty. It's not quite up there with the Rare Beauty for me, but it's still a really nice option. Like, not one that I think that I would have to repurchase the way I do like the Rare Beauty, but it's still a great mascara. Like if it came in one of those little sets, I just bought the Lash Stash from Sephora. My last video was I had a Sephora gift card, so I took you shopping with me to try to figure out what to buy. And I did, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the video, I got the Lash Stash to go. So I'm very excited about that for my mini mascaras. I also thought that would be really great for the Japan trip. Okay, a couple powders in here. These are what I've had in here for a while. The Morphe, which is a great little translucent powder, a little travel size. The L'Oreal Infallible Blurfaction. I actually feel like I'm kind of running low on the L'Oreal. Like I keep flipping it over and like trying to get more powder in here, and I'm like, is that all that's left? Because if that is, I would be really surprised, because the Morphe I've been using for much longer, and it's a mini, and I still like, that's a lot of powder. So most likely I'll be taking the Morphe to Japan, but I'll probably just keep these in there. And I'm just really curious of when I'm going to finish up the L'Oreal, because if it is super soon, I know it's more affordable being L'Oreal, but still that's like really quickly to go through a powder. I of course have some of like my sponges. This is from DSMD Shop. I just cleaned it, but it needs to be cleaned again. The Puff and the blender are both from Singe Beauty. And then this little puff is from Huda Beauty. So I kind of just put my brushes and sponges to the side, and I will clean those or flip through any. Oh, this one I really didn't like. Okay, the Makeup by Mario, the F4, right? I think this is the F4. I'm pretty sure. This brush is bomb. I have 2 of these. I think these are great. This is a bigger size for foundation, and then the smaller size for concealer. So when I got the F1, I was like, why do I think that I've tried this one and I like didn't love it? So I tried it again because I got it with the new foundation. The bristles are just like slippery, and I feel like it just slips off my skin. Like I feel like it just kind of takes, I feel like it picks up my makeup and then just takes it with. Like it doesn't blend it onto my skin. It's like, oh, concealer, I'll take that. And I'm like, what, why? So can confirm I don't like the F1, but the F4, I've talked about this brush forever. It's bomb. Like if in like a good 2-in-1, I very much am finding myself leaning towards that these days too. Like that is a good option. Let's see. Okay, what should we go into next? I mean, a few brow products, nothing like really life-altering for here. I've been trying to go through my Lawless. Oh, did I finish this up last time? I feel like I just used this. Wow, my Lawless Shape Up Soft Fill Brow Pencil. Never mind, she's done. Wow. Last month I had also used up the Review Beauty, and I think the Morphe one as well. So oh, I impressed myself. And then also the Gimme Brow and Volumizing Pencil from Benefit. This isn't my absolute favorite. This is more of like, again, if I just need like some quick makeup, I'm just doing my concealer, a light brow, you know, some mascara, because the pencil, like, I don't mind it, but sometimes I feel like it takes a little bit longer to do, and it's not like as precise for my brows, but it's still like a nice backup option, I guess I'll say. And then last month I also took out the It Cosmetics Brow Power Full. So I like their other brow pencil, the regular one, I guess. This one is like a thicker, like has a little thickness to it, and like this diamond shape, kind of like the Benefit Goof Proof. But I really like it. It's a little big for me. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little big. But I still like it, and I'm sure I'll still get a lot of use out of it. I'll probably grab one more brow pencil though, just to be on the safe side, because I hate to run out of a brow pencil. Obviously my pencil brush, my wing liner brush, those are like always so important to me. Let's go into fragrances. So I have these two out here. So I have the new one from Rare Beauty, and then also the Fleur Cherry Stem. My winner, like if I'm choosing between these two, is definitely the Rare Beauty. This is my like #1 fragrance right now. I really enjoy it. It's maybe not the most like fall scent if you're really leaning for something that's fall. Like I love the Fleur Vanilla Smoke, but the Rare is like I feel like a really good day to night scent. It has some like caramel to it, which makes it lean a little bit fall, but it's still kind of like, it's like bright, but not like sunshine bright, like cloudy bright. Fall bright. I don't know what part of that makes sense, but this has been my favorite fragrance as of recently. This and the Fleur Vanilla Smoke. I will say I'm going into that more as we go into fall as well. And then also though, I was trying out the Cherry Stem. I like this. This to me, I feel like when I first spray it, it's a little like cough syrupy, you know, like the cherry cough syrup, but on my skin, I don't really sense that. But like I'll spray it in the bathroom and then I'll like walk away and then I'll come back and I'll be like, who was just taking cough medicine? But then on myself, I don't really notice it. So that's kind of like interesting. So I'll say I'm going for the Rare Beauty more, but I still like this one. Neither are gonna be good travel options for me when I go to Japan. I'm definitely gonna do, you know, a smaller actual travel size version of whatever it is that I choose out. But I'm also kind of thinking like it might be fun to get a fragrance over there. Like I definitely want to do a lot of, especially in South Korea, like getting a lot of skincare. I'm not planning on taking a lot of my own skincare. And I would love to do like a shopping day as well, just because I find the shopping over there like really, I'm not even a big shopper. And if you've gone on any of my trips with me, like you know that. But I just feel like going to these countries has me really curious to look at like beauty, skincare, fragrance, and all of that. So if you've been, or if you have any tips or tricks or suggestions or anything along those lines, please do let me know. Okay, so also in here, I have like my bronzers and my blushes. So my Sephora bronzer, I panned this a while ago and we're just like continuing to make progress on it. So here's my Sephora bronzer. Here's how she's looking now. This is definitely my #1 bronzer I'm wearing. I think that it's beautiful. I have the 01 Golden Gateway is my shade, super natural. And then also I had pulled out from Ofra Cosmetics. This is my collab bronzer that I did. This is in River. So you have the shimmer side, matte side. I like this one because I typically most often do just the matte as my bronzer. Sometimes I do both, but then I also use these for my eyes. So I'll use like the matte for lower lash line, or also for like my crease shade, and then I can do the same with the shimmer and put it on my lid. So again, kind of having products that are dual purpose is important to me. So I feel like I get that with my River bronzer. It's still available. All my collab items are always, are still available with Ofra Cosmetics. And then for my blushes, I have the Natasha Denona My Mini Dream Glow Blush. This is definitely the one that I've used the most. I really enjoyed this entire collection from Natasha Denona. I felt like she did like this, the lip liner, the lip gloss, the blush. I mean, it's all beautiful. I really don't use the highlight shade often because I'm not much for highlighting. So I really just kind of focus my, you know, this one here is the BK Beauty A507. I really just kind of focus my brush right in here for the blush. And then I find that to be like good to go. So for me, I can definitely tell that there's like a dip in the middle here. And then the highlight is just kind of like untouched, but this is also pretty to put on the eyes. I've done it a couple of times, not as much as I would say like my River bronzer, but I should probably remember to do that more. So it gets a little use out of it. But I love that blush, and it's nice and small and compact, but still has a mirror. I might keep this one in. I'm trying to think over my blushes. I might keep that one in, maybe grab out one new blush. I do have this one from NARS. This is the Dolce Vita. This is a nice blush too, and I thought, I picked it out because I thought it was a good fall color, you know, a little bit of this like deeper, like a rosy red. And I do think that it's very pretty. I definitely got some good use out of it for sure. It was not neglected, but I don't know, I'm almost leaning towards maybe even like the Singe Beauty, like Timid Tomato, something along those lines could be fun. Like maybe keep one, switch one out. I might keep both of the bronzers in there also. Yeah, we'll see. But speaking of Singe Beauty, I think it's still in here, right? Oh my gosh, this is so funny. So it was what, like 2 days before I'm filming this video, I saw Singe Beauty and one of my girlfriends, Danielle Canifas, released that they are coming out their new collection. So we have a new palette, which looks so beautiful. And also what I've been so excited about is the freaking lip liner launch. And I have actually been wearing one of the lip liners since my trip to Bali. So, you know, Angie's one of my closest friends. We talk so much about, you know, just not only our own lives, of course, but also our businesses and our brands and our videos and all these things. So I have known the lip liners have been coming for a very long time, and I kept such a good secret. Thank you so much. So I've actually been wearing this in so many of my videos and just like out and about in general. So this is not what the actual lip liners look like. This is a sample. So just make note of that. If you want to see the swatches and like the final products and the palettes and everything, you can look up Singe Beauty on Instagram. But Angie gave this to me when we went to Bali together, and then I accidentally stole it from her. I wore it the whole trip to Bali, and then on the last night, she needed something. She needed like brow gel or brow pencil or something. And I went to get out of my makeup bag for her, and I was like, oh yeah, make sure you take her lip liner back because that's rude if you steal it. And I just totally forgot. And then I got home and I found it and I was like, oh my gosh, and I messaged her. I was like, do you need this lip liner? Like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, no, Samantha, I have several samples. Like, it's fine. You can keep it. I was like, oh my God, I felt so bad. But this is the shade Optimistic Oak, which I think is so beautiful. So I should be receiving the new collection hopefully this week. I'm hoping I get it before I go on my trip. I think it should be beforehand though, but so I'll have like the actual lip liner, so they'll be pretty. But this I just had to like sneakily take out for the video for last month because I didn't want you to see it and, you know, spill the beans. But Optimistic Oak, I love the shade. It's a little bit darker and a little bit more cool toned. I also requested 2 others. We got to pick 3 shades of the new launches. I will definitely be doing some lip swatches, and they're beautiful. They're creamy, they're long wearing, they stay on so well. I'm super, super excited for this lip liner launch. I feel like it was made for me. Thank you so much. Okay, and then also for some other lip products, like for my lip liners, again, I love lip liners. This is basically all I wear is my lip liners. So I did put a couple lip products in here just to have them, which I don't mind doing. Every once in a while, I want to throw on, you know, the YSL balm or something. But for the most part, I'm only wearing my lip liners. There should be a short form video up of me talking about this, of like, I don't know if I would consider it a makeup hack, but oftentimes the lip liners are cheaper than lipsticks, and I actually go through my lip liners. And to me, that's what's important. Maybe for you, it's important that you have makeup that like you'll have for the next 5 years, and that's fantastic. For me, I'm really like, I'm getting excited, what I mentioned in my mindset video, I get excited when I go through products, when I pan products, when I use up the lip liners, like that's what means a lot to me. So for me, to spend, you know, a few dollars less or whatnot on a lip liner, use it nearly every single day, sharpen it all the time, use it all the way up. That's what kind of like gets me going right now. So I have 4 lip liners in here. These have been my go-tos. The Laura Mercier Rosewood, I've talked about this lip liner forever and a day. You can see that I've sharpened it many times. I think that it's beautiful. From Freck, their Makeout Club Nude Muse. These are on sale at Sephora. I mentioned they might be getting discontinued, which makes me very sad, but this is such a perfect, like, cool tone, My Lips But Better. I've actually gone through one, repurchased it. The new one's from Revie Beauty. So this one is in Fig. This is my favorite one from the line, and I love that these are all so different. Look at me go. And this is kind of that darker, like rosier, like nude rose nude. It's so beautiful. It's so long wearing. This one makes the lips look so freaking good. And then honestly, what I've been wearing so much of recently, oh, and I need to sharpen it again, is from Fenty Beauty, and this is in Thugs Blush 2. And it's swatched, this is not the pink that I would think that I would like on myself. On my lips, I think it looks beautiful. I'm wearing it in that last Mindset video, and I think that it's gorgeous. These are actually a lot of pinks. I don't really, like, I'm not one that often goes for pinks. I usually do more nudes, but those have been my lip liners that I'm going to so much. I recommend all of them. Just for me, I think lip liners are great because I put them on, they're more, a lot of times they're more matte, or they dry down more matte, and then they just stay. And I don't have to worry about touching up as much as I do with my regular lip products. So lip liners are where it's at for me right now. I really shouldn't even say right now. It's like been a while, but I think I got sucked into for a while there of like, it has to be a lip combo. Like I have to do a lip liner and a lipstick. No, you don't. You can do what makes you happy. Remember I said in my last video, if you judge people for what makes them happy, that's very perplexing. Let's not be perplexed. Let's just let us all live. But for my lip products, I chose out from Review Beauty. This is in Dahlia, really beautiful shade. I really like this, you know, like slim packaging and a beautiful kind of pinky nude. I wore this a couple times, but just not too much. I just didn't really wear my lip products all that much. And then YSL 02. I mean, this has been a favorite of mine for a long time. This is a very like clear pinky gloss. It's stunning. Again, wore this a couple times. I had this in my purse pretty much the whole month just as like an in case. Oh yeah, and then from Gissu, this is the honey infused lip oil. This is really pretty as well. Wore it a couple, like I wore each one just a couple of times. The YSL I would say being the most. The Gissu does have some really nice shimmer to it. Like these are beautiful. They're all beautiful. I'm just going for my lip liners more. I did also have in here the balm from Peach and Lily, the Collagen Cushion Peptide Lip Balm. This is so nice and it's so comfortable. This is a great one as well. And then to finish it off, I just had my other mascaras in here from Rare Beauty, favorite. I've repurchased this multiple times over. And then from Benefit, I grabbed in the Roller Lash. This is like the mascara of, I'm not really doing much today, but I want a little mascara on. I can get some oh, I was looking for these freaking stickers all weekend. My acne stickers. My goodness, that's so funny. I literally was looking everywhere for them. The bottom of my makeup bag, sure. But those are my reviews. I think I was saying with the mascara, I just like need a little something. It transfers on me a little bit. So if I just know I'm going somewhere for a short while time, just want a little mascara, I'll put that on. But that is everything for my makeup bag from September. All of my reviews, what I loved, what I went back to, what I didn't really use. And now let me take you over to my storage unit so we can shop my stash together. So I have my little basket pulled out here, and I went through and shared with you, my September bag and what I want to keep trying. And one realization that I've had with doing this series. So my most recent video that I posted, I believe one of my most recent videos that I posted was my mindset video. Since I moved everything into storage, how has my mindset changed? How have I been able to finally grasp a more minimalist mindset? And some of the surprising things that I've learned in the last 2 months and some of the not so surprising things. One thing that I said was about doing my Shop My Stash was I felt like I was getting better from month to month, starting the series in January and keeping it going, because I've started Shop My Stashes and Project Pans in the past, and then I just kind of like fizzle them out. But I've really kept with this one, and I think from month to month I've done a good job of learning what I'm actually using, what my preferences are, what I keep going back for, what I'm repurchasing, and it's helped me month over month decide what I want to put in my Shop My Stash bag. At the beginning of the year, I think it was like February or March, I put so much stuff in my Shop My Stash bag, and I was like, really? Like what was I thinking? I didn't need all of that. And I've been able to see, now that we're entering into fall and month 10 on the year, that I have finally started to do a better job at Shop My Stash. So if you haven't seen that video yet, I would highly recommend it. And also just want to take a moment to say thank you all, because those were some of the most insightful, like warmest, most supportive comments that I've gotten in a very long time. And not to say that I don't get supportive and great comments and such, but it just, every comment I read, I felt like I was taking a long time getting back to people, because I wanted to have as great of a response as they did to me. And so I just really appreciate anyone sharing their stories of change and how you fear change and doing hard things and the minimalism mindset. I very much appreciate it. But one thing that I'm taking into this video and this Shop My Stash is there's been so many times doing this series that I think like, okay, this is what I used last month, now I got to get rid of this whole basket, and now I got to put all new things in. That is a mindset I'm trying to get rid of. And I think that I've been doing a good job because over the last few months, I still keep in, you know, a powder product. I still keep in like an eyeliner. I still keep in maybe a concealer, something like that. But this is the month that I'm really like, these are good products in here. These are good products that I enjoy. And I mentioned in the first half, like I'm trying to use up the L'Oreal powder. Wouldn't that be exciting? Mascaras I typically go through pretty quickly, but like the two concealers, I'm about to use these up. How cool, right? Like maybe I want to grab one backup concealer just in case, because I don't always get to my storage unit, but like how great is that, right? Like the blushes, like why do I need to pull out new blushes, new bronzers? Like I don't need brand new stuff every month. And to me, I think with Shop My Stash, that's kind of what it had turned into for me. Okay, I use these for a month, let's get rid of them, let's put new products in. It doesn't have to be that way. If you want it to be that way, maybe you're a month and you're like, you know what, I've used these same products for the last 4 months, I need some variety in my life, great. But for me, I have a lot of products in here. Usually when I do these videos, I have like maybe 4 or 5. Like I have a lot in here that I'm keeping from last month's basket. And again, I'll have everything linked, you know, we're almost done with this. But I feel pretty good about where we're at. So I'm just going to first jump into some of the new products that I got in PR. And I had mentioned that since changing my address, moving, you know, and also just taking myself off a PR list, things like that, I'm not getting as much PR as I used to. So I don't have as, you know, much to show, but there's a few things in here that I am excited about that I want to go over with you. So starting off with, I did get some new eyeshadow palettes, and oh my gosh, it almost fell right off my vanity. Apologies if the lighting and the sound isn't the best. You know, filming for my storage unit is not something I'm going to do on a regular basis besides this series, because that is where my makeup collection is. But it is loud in here with the AC, it's dark in here and all those things, but we try to do our best with, I have a little light here, my microphone, all of that, so we're just trying to do our best. But these are 2 new palettes that I got recently, and I want to open them up with you and see what we think. I do have the Kokie Duos, and I said I'll probably continue to keep those in there, but I wanted to also take a look at these. So this palette is from YSL. It's one of their Couture Mini Clutch palettes, and this one is in Captivating Dunes. Oh, this is perfect for fall. Oh, this is so pretty. 2 shimmers, 2 mattes. The shimmers are so soft. Oh, that is so pretty. In last month's Shop My Stash, I showed you my other YSL quad in Cosbla Spices, and I had panned it. I had panned the light brown shade. So we have 2 darker mattes, and the 2 shimmers are so beautiful. Oh, I think this is going to have to come in my makeup bag. Oh, this is great. I can have the Kokie Duos as like my, like, you know, tried and true, but like the YSL quads, I just use them so much. I really do think the quality is very nice. I'm really excited about that one. And then from Nomad, they just came out with a new palette, and I was super excited to still get it. The owner messaged me and was like, do you still want it? I was like, if it's not too much trouble. So this is from Nomad, and this is the Pacific Northwest. And I really, like, I know that I don't use eyeshadow palettes all that much, and I'm really trying to like have that minimal mindset, but the Nomad palettes and their travel theme just really speak to me, because I love traveling. I'm getting ready, I think I mentioned earlier, but I'm getting ready to go to Japan. But I also just took a trip recently to the Pacific Northwest, and it was such a great trip, and it was so beautiful, and I got so much writing done. I was in Snoqualmie Falls. Oh, and this is just so pretty. So, oh, it is very large. Okay. We know that the Nomad palettes are bigger. But look at some of these shades and how beautiful they are. Towering Sea Stacks, like I love that good, like cool toned, like taupe shade, like PNW. Honestly, over here, Coffee Paradise. Wow. And then Salmon Run. Wow. I'm really fighting with myself right now. Did you guys pick this up? Do you want to? I think I might still have a code with Nomad. It's probably Samantha if I do. I really want to at least try it out. I really want to do like an upcoming get ready with me. Maybe I could use it in there. And just kind of give some updates before I go on my big trip. The lights just went out. Before I go on my big, you know, Asia trip, I would love to do a get ready with me. And I think that would be so fun to do a travel themed palette. I don't know if it's a palette that I'm gonna have in my collection for the longest amount of time. Oh my gosh, did I get you dirty already? But I want to at least try it out. I really love the Nomad formula. I've talked about them for a long time. I think that they're fabulous. So it might be a lot with like the YSL quad and the Nomad palette and my two little Kokies, but like it would also just really bring me a lot of joy to be able to try that one. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, and then speaking of YSL, they also sent over this eyeliner, and because I love eyeliner, I grabbed this out right away and was like, okay, I can't wait for my Shop My Stash. I need to try this. This is the Lines Liberated Waterproof Eye Pencil. This is so nice. So you can see that it's more of a brown. Another reason I really love this is because it has its own brush on the other side. Like, yes, please. I always talk about, look at that. I always talk about how I do my liner and then I just use a little brush. Usually it's like my Sigma winged liner brush, but I love that the YSL has this right here. It makes a great, like, I'm very much into dual purpose or, you know, just like multi-use anything right now. Less is more. In my makeup bag, I'm taking just a very small one to Japan. So I was thrilled that this also came with the liner brush and a good liner brush. Like, it was a crappy liner brush, like ho-hum, but a good liner brush. So I've been loving that one from YSL. So I'm going to put that in there too. And then Sigma Beauty just came out with their Lash Icon Mascara. This mascara is so freaking legit. When I was editing back my mindset video and I'm just sitting in an office just talking, and every once in a while, like, I look up and I'm like, I'm in editing and I'm like, wow, my lashes look good. Wow, my lashes look good. The Lash Icon. I knew, like, Sigma's just one of those brands. They don't come out with a lot of new releases. They don't overwhelm you. They don't come out with huge collections. But when they come out with products, they typically hit. And sure, sometimes they come out with, like, maybe a palette that, like, the colors don't speak to me, or, you know, just a product that I don't really use a lot in my makeup collection. Doesn't mean they're bad. I just don't use them the most. So when I saw they were coming out with a mascara, and me being a mascara girly, I was like, give it to me. And this mascara is bomb. It makes the lashes so long. Like, I do not have long lashes. Nothing. This is one of the few mascaras that really make my lashes look long. And it just instantly catapulted right to the top of my mascara loves. The Lash Icon from Sigma, highly, highly recommend. It is a tubing mascara. It doesn't transfer. I will say though, it is a little difficult to get off. Sometimes tubing mascaras, you can really just like barely touch your lashes and the tubes will come off. This one, I do have to pay a little bit of attention when I'm taking off my mascara. That's the one thing I want to mention. But for me, I prefer a mascara that's going to stay on. I hate anything that transfers. So for me, I was like all about it. And the Sigma mascara is freaking bomb. And I do have a discount code with them. It is Samantha. Highly, highly recommend the Sigma mascara. So that's definitely going in my Shop My Stash bag. Typically with my mascaras, I just, you know, use them up as the month goes along. So I forgot to bring a makeup wipe again. Oh boy. But you can see next, I got this from Merit. They did also send over some blushes, but they are cream blushes, and I don't think I'm really going to be wearing cream blushes a ton. So I didn't bring those over with me. I probably could have, but this is a lip set, the Archival set. A limited edition set of 3 lip essentials inspired by our best-selling Flush Balm shade. Alrighty, so inside we have the signature Lip Sheer Lip Liner in Archival, the shade Slick Sheen. They're all in the Archival shade, great. And the signature Lip Blush. Okay, so I have tried, I think, all of these from Merit. I can't say that they're always my favorite. The lip liner, sometimes I thought was a little too, I mean, it does say it's a sheer lip liner. I bought it myself. Aw, man. I should have seen that coming. This one's probably gonna pop off too. I'm waiting for my next set of nails. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow, but I was like, can they hold on for just a little bit longer? No, that one apparently cannot. So don't mind me, we've lost a nail, but I've on my press-on nail journey, and the Glamnetic nail glue is crazy. This pinky nail, can you see? Can you see how grown out that is? This is from my original nails that I put on like in mid-July. It is the beginning of October. That is crazy. Same nail. Wild, right? They stay on for so long, the Glamnetic nail glue. And I really like the Glamnetic nails. I reordered these. These are exposed. And then I have another set coming, so don't mind that. But I've been loving my press-on nail journey, so quick thing. But the Merit lip liner, I felt like the sheer was a little too sheer. That's a pretty shade though. But sometimes it looked nice, a little like all filled in. Like I said, I usually use my lip liners as just all over lip color. So I'm going to gonna give that shade a shot. We'll see what we think. And then, like I mentioned too, I'm not really using a lot of other lip products, but I always throw some in just to have them as a just in case. So we'll pop these in my makeup bag, give them a try. So we'll have the lip blush, and then this is the lip oil. Oh, and then there's the lip oil. Didn't really get me all that much either, and I usually really enjoy lip oils, but it was like, it was almost too sheer and undetectable to me, and I like wanted a little bit more. But maybe I'll do a video, you know, trying all three on together, or a lip duo, or maybe just the lip liner. I feel like I used to do so many lip combo videos, and now I don't because I just use lip liner. So I don't really know how like exciting of a video that is. Just like, look, lip liner, cool. And then last thing that I got that's new that I'm really excited about is brushes. Okay, so Nikki LaRose came out with new brushes with BK Beauty. So super excited about these, the Pro Artist Series Volume 2. And then I never actually got the first one. I think I had moved or something. So BK Beauty was so kind and they sent me this one too. So we have a 7-piece brush set, and then this one is the 8-piece brush set. So these are what I'm going to be doing. You know me, I love cleaning my brushes. I've really stepped away from having such a huge brush collection these days, but I love the BK Beauty brushes. I'm really excited for this collab. I thought it looked beautiful. Her first set, I know, was so well received that, well, I can definitely put, honestly, probably the majority of these into my makeup bag and see what we think. Okay, here's the other set. So again, I probably don't need all of these, like a big fan brush like this I just don't really use. So I don't need to put every single brush into my makeup bag, but I'll probably grab out quite a few. And very excited about these. And I love the BK Beauty brush soap. I'm so sad it's been sold out like pretty much since it came out, and I'm like, no. But their brush soap is so good, so whenever that comes back in stock, I highly, highly recommend. Just a couple other things. Those are all my new things that I got, but a couple other things that I brought that I will be putting in my makeup bag. One is the Vanilla Smoke from Fleur. Loving this scent. Lost the light again. Loving this scent, and I mentioned, like, for fall, this is just one of my favorites. So it's kind of taken a back seat for a while with my more like spring, summer scents, but Vanilla Smoke is back. She is back, baby, and I am so excited about this. And then also for my lip liners, I decided to only keep in the Revie Beauty Fig and then the Freck 03. I am planning to get those 3 lip liners from Singe, so I will have those as well. So I just wanted to put one more in here. This is from Makeup Forever, and this one is the, I think it's the Anywhere Caffeine. I go back and forth between this one and Wherever Walnut. Anywhere Caffeine is like a little bit darker, but I felt like this would be good with the more cool tone Freck, the pink Fig, and then I have the 3 coming from Singe Beauty, so you will see a video on those soon. So I'm going to keep the Rare Beauty in my rotation as well, and then swap out the Cherry Stem from Fleur for the Vanilla Smoke. So once I have this, then we just need to pop into my collection and finish it off here. Okay, so I had mentioned keeping in the Bare Minerals, but maybe moving to a skin tint as well. And then I have my concealers, which are both almost gone, the powder, but okay, let's see. I just don't want anything too heavy on my skin. Like, a lot of these are so nice. Like the Hourglass is really nice. Honestly, I thought about the Catrice because it's like a tinted serum. That's really nice. The Charlotte Tilbury, I did enjoy that one. The Urban Decay I really enjoyed. All of these, and these are almost empty. This Urban Decay and this Wet n Wild. But I think the Wet n Wild, that's not going to be a great shade match for me right now because I still have a bit of a tan. Oh, the Sigma. Ooh, okay, wait. Sigma's in first place right now. I mentioned like maybe the Milani skin tint. Is the Sigma going to be a little too light for me? Ooh. Okay, these are what I'm thinking. Either the Milani, the Sigma, or the Charlotte Tilbury. Why the Charlotte Tilbury is calling to me, I don't know. Honestly, I'm like, am I going to use it? I'm trying to think about... Oh, this is tough for me. Why is this... This shouldn't be so tough. I still want something that's so easy to blend, so lightweight, I'm gonna go with the Sigma. I'm gonna go with the Sigma, and part of the reason is because I've just been so freaking impressed with their mascara. So from Sigma, the Skin Perfector Hydrating Tint. This is more than halfway gone. This one is the shade 3. This is beautiful. It's lightweight. It's... Yes, that's the answer. The answer is Sigma. Perfect. Okay, and then I also mentioned wanting to grab like one other concealer. So let's look and see. I think these might be some of my only concealers. Honestly, it's been kind of exciting to watch my makeup collection like really like whittle down. I think that's pretty exciting, to be honest. So we have Makeup by Mario, Natasha Denona, the NYX, and then the Charlotte Tilbury. The Natasha Denona is also almost gone. So since they're all almost gone and that's why I want another one, that's probably not the best idea to grab that one. I thought I had another one. There's the Laura Mercier. This drawer, I really need to like organize it better because it kind of got a little flipped around. Oh, the Anastasia. Wait, see, oh shoot. The Anastasia. Oh. Wait. Oh, wait. I forgot about how easy the Anastasia is, and you can just like swipe this on. Okay, the Anastasia or the Sigma. I'm trying to think of which is the better. I'm really just thinking about shade match at this moment. I thought because Sigma was a 3, because I think I've tried the 2 as well. No, I think that should be okay. Okay, I'm going to keep the Sigma for right now. Anastasia, I might pull for next month. I don't think I need both right now. Especially because I am supposed to be getting another one of those Bare Minerals. But yeah, I really should take a minute to actually organize this a little bit more because I kind of got a little knocked out of sorts during the move. But, okay. So do I really just have these 5 concealers plus the other 2? Wow. Wow, how times have changed, let me tell you. Again, Natasha Denona is not going to be smart because that's almost gone. I don't love the NYX eye stick. Honestly, I'm not really sure why I have that. I said I would do a declutter from my storage unit, and I definitely can. So the Charlotte is more full coverage, so is the Makeup by Mario. I like the Laura Mercier. I'm going to go with the Laura Mercier as like this is a good like backup option. Yeah, I like the Mario and the Charlotte. They're just a little bit heavier, and I just don't want that right in this particular moment of my life. Like, this is a gloss. Why are you over here? Okay, put that gloss over here. Okay, concealer. We have powder. I said I was going to grab out one other blush. I was going to switch the NARS blush for a different blush, and I mentioned the, oh, you know what? I think Timid Tomato is at Ashley's. That's okay. That's okay, because I can just grab it in like 4 seconds when I'll be there, so no big deal. I think I am gonna do the Singe Timid Tomato. I do also have Risky Raisin, but Timid Tomato is definitely my favorite because it's a little bit darker too for fall. Timid Tomato is definitely my favorite, a little bit more. Actually, Risky Raisin is, I'm like, is Timid Tomato more winter for me? And maybe this is actually better fall? Wait, I think I'm going to do that because I definitely really gravitated toward Timid Tomato, but I think the like red, it kind of gives me like frosty red cheek vibes, and I was wearing it a lot last winter because I thought it just gave that like your cold look, and this is kind of like a good deeper one for fall. So let's go with Risky Raisin. But like I said, new palette coming out, new lip liners coming out, so I think it'd be fun to have the Singe blush in there too. My bronzers, I said I was going to keep both. My bronzers are like in pretty interesting condition. I didn't really love the Hoola. My Sigma's all broken. So is L'Oreal. I have this one from Ilia, but this isn't even available anymore, which is not a big deal. That shouldn't play into my thoughts. Honestly, do I want to? No, I'm going to keep what I have for now because I said I would be good with that, and I want to stick with that. So I have the Ofra and Me River Bronzer, and then the Sephora, which I've just been working on trying to use up. I'm like, is it time to switch out the Sephora for something else? But I still, like, that's my favorite one right now. Like, I don't need to constantly have new stuff. Okay, bronzer, blush. So we have eyeshadow, liners, mascara. I did my lip liners and we have that set from Merit. Honestly, this is pretty good. Let me just, why do I keep coming back to this freaking Anastasia? Should I just do it? Maybe I should just do it because I'm not going to have the Bare Minerals for a couple of weeks. I can finally just use up that Bare Minerals and not feel so bad about it. Put it in my empties and have the Anastasia and the Sigma. And then when I get the Bare Minerals in a couple of weeks, like, everything will be fine. I'm going to do it. I feel like I'm going to regret it if I don't. Everything's fine. I think I had mentioned wanting another brow pencil. I don't know if I really have any in here though. I have the Rare Beauty one, but I don't love it. I just got a new one in PR, the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I'm going to put that in there. And then I just have one more mini mascara. This is from Milk. No, because I just got the Sigma. I don't think I need that. I have the new Lash Stash coming. Some blushes. I think everything's fine here. And I'll just look at my lip collection. But again, my lip liners are really where it's at. I have those from Merit. Was I going to keep anything? Maybe the YSL, because I just like had it in my purse. The Huda glosses are cute. I mean, I just feel with all of my lip liners coming, just nothing is really speaking to me. These are the Tinkle Bombs from Lawless. Those are nice. You know what? Oh, these are the new ones. I thought these were mine with Ofra. I think the one that I'm going to pull in, that I believe is just over at Ashley's, is my Millie Gloss. Oh wait, no, there's one right here. I'm going to do my Millie Gloss. We were just talking about this in one of my group chats the other day, and someone was saying that Millie is like their favorite fall shade to add as a topper to anything. So Millie is also a collab I did with Ofra, and it's just such a beautiful pearly shade. It's a beautiful topper. I wear it with a lot of different lip liners, and my grandmother's birthday would be in October. Her name was Millie, so that's who this gloss is named after, and we're entering October. And it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. She passed from breast cancer, so I think that would make a really lovely thing to pull Millie in. So with all of my lip liners, the Merit set, and then the Millie gloss, we should be pretty good. Oh, so that is going to wrap up my Shop My Stash bag for October. Some new products that I'm excited about that I want to try. I feel like I pulled a couple more things in here as I literally started off this video being like, look at me, I'm doing so good with each one. And then this month I'm kind of like, oh, look what I did. I do also know I am going to be switching my bag halfway through the month as I prepare to be gone for 6 weeks. So like I said, if you want to see the video of me packing a much smaller makeup bag for Japan and South Korea, definitely let me know. But I'm excited for some new brushes, some new palettes, some new lip liners. I feel really good about this. I'm hoping to finish off some concealers, and I'm excited to see what else I can finish off this month. So here is my little Shop My Stash bag for the month of October. I hope you enjoyed me coming to you from my storage unit. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.